Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is our TGIF version and car crochet. So, I am sitting right in front of Joann's. How about that? Joann Fabric. Well, it used to be Joann Fabric. Now it's just Joann's. So, she and I were like besties. Hey, Alice, good morning. And good morning to Wendy. And let's see who else is here. Good morning to Jeannie. Hello. And let's see who else. Da, 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 da. I know there's some other people here. I can see you. Nikki's here. All right. Judy's here. Good morning. Angelus is here. Good to see you. Good morning. Judy, I saw your question and I didn't. Hey, Tara's here. Good morning. And I'm so sorry. Every time I tried to answer you, I got pulled away. Lori's here. Good morning, Lori. We missed you on Wednesday. I knew you were going to be out. How was your class? I hope it was good. Wendy's here. So was this what you were asking about, Judy? This colorway is called Cinnamon Cedar. Cinnamon Cedar, and it is super pretty. Super pretty. So I apologize for not answering you online. I saw it. I wasn't where my yarn was. I needed to go back and look again. And then, wouldn't you know it, I just kept getting pulled away. So, I feel like I'm doing something here. Oh, I am. I am undoing something. I thought I felt something going crazy. So, oh, you're welcome. And my apologies to you for not answering in a more timely manner. Well, things just got a little crazy around here. Thank you, Angelus. Angelus, am I saying your name correctly? Is it Angelus? Angelus? I would love to say your name correctly, and it is a beautiful name, too. Thank you, Judy. Thank you for being so sweet about that. I appreciate it. How is everybody today? TGIF, happy Friday. I am so glad this week is over, or almost over. Not because I'm wishing my life away or anything, but wow, it's been a long week. I feel like it's been a long week. My ears are kind of doing the weird thing. I've been going to a chiropractor, and I went the second time yesterday, and it was good. It was quicker, obviously, than the first time, because they didn't do all the assessments and everything. So they put me on the table face down. They hooked up the electrode things that kind of like, make your muscles relax and everything. And then I went to the room. I'm, face up on the table, and he's doing the rubby thing with his thumbs on my neck. And I think that is doing something with my ears and opening up things and everything. So this ear is doing some weird things to me today. It's like I can hear a pulse. Yay! Wendy gets out early today, and she has the weekend off. Woo woo! That is so awesome. Awesome. Lots of time to, I know, you probably have a lot of things to catch up on. Yes, the rubby thing. I know. Angelus. Okay, thank you. I love to say people's names correctly. I always feel like it, Rubby. I gotcha, Alice. I said it the right way. Yeah, he was doing the rubby thing where he's like taking his thumbs and like rubbing the back of my neck really hard, like to warm up those muscles and I think excuse me. Ooh, Wendy's going berry picking, and she's making some jam. Yummy. What kind of berries? I am curious. Our blueberries in Florida, they come, I think it's around April and May. Our strawberries come in February, And I don't know, I think our blackberries have already come and gone. So I know different parts of the country, different parts of the world. Blueberries, yay. So your blueberries are later than ours. We have a blueberry festival usually in the beginning of May. Usually that's when it is. So yeah, our blueberries come early. Of course, you know, we're Florida. What do you expect? We're always warm. Tara says her blueberries are ready now in the Northeast. Oh, yes. The ear thing. I read that too, Lori. She said, I read something about the ear thing that will help your smelling get back. So you can smell stuff again. And yes, and I think that that's what he's doing. Yesterday when I went in, he said, have you started to smell yet? And I said, not yet. And so he's believing with me that that I'm going to start smelling. So I can feel that things are, oh, your thumb hit send before you were ready? What? Oh my goodness. And Wendy's gonna maybe buy some strawberries. Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy. And so yeah, I am, I know, that premature thumb hitting send. Right? It happens to Al, Lori. Oh, Matt thinks he found a few grown pear trees on your new land. Yay. Emphasis on the is. Angelis. Okay, Angelis. Okay, nice. Oh, Judy hasn't had any coffee yet. Her blueberries are coming out now. And yes, you want jam for the winter put up. I hear ya. I hear ya. I've got some blueberries in the freezer that I still have to put up. I know, exciting on the pear trees. I love having fruit trees on our properties, right? For the longest time, for years, we had lemon, grapefruit, and we had orange, and then we did have a key lime that accidentally got cut down. You're seeing a partridge in a pear tree. I know, Wendy, fruit is delicious. Fruit is delicious. And having it grow right there on your property, you don't have to go to the store. You know what's been put on it. You know what kind of pesticides or whatever may have been put on it, because if you're not putting that on there. Alice says, stop that, Lori. Oh, I know, Tara. I know. She wishes she could do citrus. And Nikki is now singing that song too. She says, thanks a lot, CCL. Yeah, Lori likes to have everybody sing songs with her. Nookie? What? Oh, message was retracted. Okay. Wendy, we got a lot of typos going on this morning, so I'm just going to let them roll for a minute and see if you guys like suck them back. That's funny. That's funny. Look what I got. It is, first of all, I asked for large. I don't know if this is a large or not. I don't know. Let's see. No pumps. 3 Splenda. Original iced coffee. I had asked for a large. And I had asked for a shot. I don't know. I guess this is extra strong. And a little bit of cream. It's not bad, but... Ooh, yeah, actually. It's like really strong coffee. I don't even think there's a sweetener in there. Why am I at Joann's? Well, oh, you planted moringa trees for those who want to eat healthy but can't eat fruit? Well, first of all, who can't eat fruit? We might get back to the 80s this weekend. Oh, like when I read that the first time, Wendy, I'm thinking the decade, the 80s, right? And I'm like, oh, she's going to have an 80s weekend, you know? Oh. Oh, it's like if I'm saying E. Angelise? Angelise? Angelise. Is that right? Yeah? Okay. Thank you. And I know, have an 80s weekend. Okay. All right. Good deal. And so yeah, I am doing car crochet today. I drove my hubby to work. He has to have an MRI today. And so I came with him so that if they have to use the closed MRI and they need to give him something to help his nerves, then I'm here to drive him just in case. So I'm just doing the just in case. And so I went to get an iced coffee. I couldn't find a McDonald's, so I had to go through Chick-fil-A, which I've never gone like through Chick-fil-A in the morning. You're more of a 70s girl, Alice? Yeah. I actually love the songs of the 70s, probably more than the 80s. And although I do love the 80s songs. Yeah. So anyway, I was a kid in the 70s and a teenager in the 80s. So that's how that goes. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I went through and I'm like, I don't know what to ask for. So I asked for this. I'm like, do you have sugar-free? No, I'm sorry. I'm like, okay. They had a couple flavors, but they were full of sugar. So he's like, well, we can do, a pump of milk. And I said, well, do you have any, I said, can you give me some Splenda? Yeah, we can do that. Half double crochet herringbone stitch. Okay. All right. Good, Angelise. And songs in the 70s, dancing in the 80s, big hair too. Yes. Let's see. Tara was a teen in the 80s. And she liked the music, but the clothes, yuck. It's true. I remember going to the mall in the 80s and thinking, I can't find any clothes that fit me. First of all, they were a weird shape. They were weird colors, and they were designed for stick people. And so I could never wear them. Yeah, the clothes were pretty awful. However, I do have a jumpsuit that I bought in 1984. That's a long time ago. It's black velvet, and it has a black belt and with silver on the buckle, and I still have that jumpsuit. Now it may be falling apart. It may be, falling apart. It's in my cedar closet, and but I still have it, and I will probably never be able to fit into it again. However, I think maybe one of my granddaughters might want to try it on, and for a Halloween party when they have to be like, a teenager or whatever. Because obviously I was a teenager, but not tall stick people, right? I know, it just never fit anybody, did it, Lori? I know. Lori, I agree. Velvet, I know, velvet, black velvet. I was styling. That was my outfit for New Year's Eve, and I wore it actually a couple New Year's Eves in a row. I mean, that was a cute outfit. Then I had this skirt. It was the heaviest black wool skirt, right? And it was extra, like it had extra everything. It had these big pockets. It was kind of like, when I look back on it, it was kind of like a peasant, like a witch, or, it was It was pretty bad. And then it had black suspenders. So it was like one of those. Anyway, I don't know why I remember that. Let's get off of the clothes from the 80s subject, because that's kind of weird, isn't it? And let's talk about yarn, okay? So first of all, before we start that, what is in your cup? I have this, and it is pure, strong iced coffee. It looks like it might have a little bit of cream in it. Can you see? It doesn't taste like it has cream. It tastes like I'm taking a shot of espresso. Plus here, they make you use paper straws. Coffee. Wendy has coffee. Tara says, I wore a red velvet jumpsuit to a friend's sweet 16. See? Velvet. Judy in Michigan is having coffee. Alice is having a big coffee. Tara has an empty cup of coffee. Does that mean you drank it or you haven't made any yet? Inquiring minds want to know. So what did you make with the half double crochet herringbone? Yeah, somebody put that up there. Who said that? I just read it. Oh, Wendy. Okay, Wendy. So Wendy, what did you make with the half double crochet herringbone? Tara drank it. It's gone. Her coffee's gone. All right. All right. So I brought my bag of balls. My bag of balls. These are yarn balls that have been rolled up, ready to go into this. Remember when I was sitting in the car dealership and I was making this? Well, I never finished it, obviously. Never finished it. So that's what I'm going to work on today. I'm going to finish this. Oh, there's a hook in here. Oh my gosh, another K-hook. It is the K-hook revolution. This is the third K-hook that I found in 2 days. It was in here. Well, at least I know what hook I was using. Thank you, Barbara, for putting this hook in here for you. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to finish making this ugly thing. It is really ugly. It is super ugly. Oh my gosh. It's super ugly. But I'm going to finish it and put handles on it. And that way, this is my, do you remember the tutorial that I did for the scrap bag? Scrap yarn big bag. That's what it is. Now I can put a green clip on it and not lose my hooks. That's right. That is right, because looky what I got. Oh my gosh, there's 2 more in there. That is crazy. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Where did the hook things go? They are here. So, I need to do that. But I gotta find them first. Where are the hooks? Lori, you distracted me. You totally distracted me. Which is a good thing. I mean, I don't mind. I guess I'm easily distracted today. I should have squirrel on my thing. Where is it? I don't know where it is. It's here somewhere. Because I put it in here. I know I did. Oh. Yeah. Looky, looky. So, which one am I going to use? Let's see. I haven't put a green one on yet. I know. Yay, right? Oh, and remember that tip to write down the colors and the letters? Green. I know it's green. I know. But which one? See, there's this one and this one. So there is a dark green, which is an eye hook. So I'm going to use that for the eye hook, and I'm going to use this green. Although, yeah, that's green. I'm going to use that green. And look what else I have here. Were they here or were they in the other one? Oh, I think they were in the other one. Oh yeah, they were in the other one. I have, but wait, there's more. I'm sorry, I'm getting really distracted this morning. So, oh yeah, okay. I guess I should put one of the green ones in here because I have 3 of them floating around. So let me put this one in here. And I still have to find my 7 milli hook, which is yellow. So that would go between the K hook and this one, which is, the K hook is a 6.5 and this one is an L8. So yeah, I still have to find that. So, okay. So you're right. I need to put one of these green ones on there. But what I was looking for was my marker, because I have markers, and I was going to put the letters, the corresponding letters in here. And I don't know whether to do that on the inside or on the outside. I don't know if it's going to wipe off. It might wipe off. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So let me get this. Oh yeah, there we go. Kind of looks yellow, but see, this one is really a yellow. So see, that one is a yellow. And this one does kind of look yellowish, but it's really more green. Oh yeah, you think you have to put hooks away. How do you remember which hook you're using? Or do you make sure that you only have one whip at a time? It's totally weird. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine only doing one whip at a time, right? Because, wow, that would be really awesome if I could just be that organized. Huh, let's see. I may end up ending this little rein here. Let me see. I think I'm going to end this rein. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, might as well make it really, really, really stylish, right? So, did you guys remember the color wheel? Oh, you keep notes on your iPad. You are so good. You know, several of you have given me books to keep my whips in check. I think I'm going to end this one. And let's see. Yeah. That is what I did. I did it. You keep notes. Hook size, where you found the pattern. Oh, wow. You know, that would be just so organized. Now, the problem is this one does, when I hook it here, it does kind of look yellow. So, I guess I'm going to have to remember. It doesn't look as green when it's hooked onto the project as it could. It kind of it looks yellow, even though it's really a green. Oh boy. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Nothing but trouble. So let's talk about the color wheel. I am so excited. What in the world? I'm so excited to have a color wheel to use. I'm so excited. I've never had a color wheel. I've never used a color wheel. And I am not sure if I'm going to be good at using a color wheel, because I don't know. See, like this scrap bag, see, I'm waiting for this yellow to turn, but I have used an awful lot of yellow in this, and I am ready for orange, but maybe I'm not. I don't know. What should I do? I was almost done with that other one, but you know what? It was taking too long. Too long. Let me do that. All right, so I'm changing colors. So that's what's happening there. All right, back to focus. Hey, you know what I did? Speaking of focus, squirrel, let me tell you what I did yesterday and the day before. I started organizing my yarn. Let's see. Tara says she struggles through having to figure out which hook you've been using. Yeah. And Lori's like, yeah, you clip that yarn, girl. Clip it. I know, Alice. Oh, you have too many whips to remember. Okay, good for you, because I cannot be the only one who has too many whips. Yeah. Lori's like, she's like cheering in the stands. Cut that yarn. Oh my goodness. Slice is organized. Don't forget. Are you my home slice, Nikki? Oh, I know when you leave them with your project, you can't find them when you want them. And, oh man, you put your hooks away somewhere really good, the ones in the case, and now you have no idea where you put them, Lori. Oh no. Hopefully, as you're going through the yarn in your yarn stash room, hopefully you'll come across it. Yeah. Hopefully you will. And I'm thinking that my 7 milli is stuck in a project. I'm just going to have to start looking for it. And, yeah. Oh, you saw the slice Coleman earlier. Okay. Hey, slice, home slice. Alice is our home slice. Is that what it is? Yeah. So yeah, see, I cut this at different lengths, so I'm gonna have to attach a new one. And let's see, I have enough of that. I think I'm gonna do this. Oh wow, what is happening here? Oh, I guess I'm pulling the wrong one. Let's see, this, and I think I'm gonna add a little bit of sparkle. A little bit of blue sparkle. Yeah. Let's see. Alice said, I was telling Nikki and Wendy that there was a typo on my grade 9 class list. Oh, you were Slice instead of Alice. Oh my goodness. Now you got a new nickname. You're our home slice. Mm-hmm. Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. Yes, Alice is our wiki home slice. Yep, I do. So, am I going to use this blue? Have I used this blue? I don't think so. I could use a little bit of this blue. I think I'll use this blue until it runs out. And then I'll end with this below. Maybe. Cat hair everywhere. All right. How is this for organization? Really? Okay. So I have this one, and it has all different kinds of colors. Isn't that pretty? I should maybe save it for a prettier one. I don't know. See, this is what I normally do. See how ugly this is? This is why I need a color wheel. Hey, Christy. I am finishing up this ugly crap. Did you hear what I said? I was trying to say scrap yarn, and I said crap yarn. Scrap yarn big bag. And basically you just go until you decide to cut, and you use a double strand so you get a different no, my project doesn't care if it's balled up or not. No, I know it doesn't. I know. I was calling it a crap bag, which is really really appropriate because this is really ugly. I'm okay with that. It's not crappy. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Christy. Oh my goodness, the colors are really, really something else, let me tell you. Oh, look what just happened. See, this is why I love, look at this. This is why I absolutely love paper straws. Yeah. What a mess. How did that happen? I don't even know. Christy, Matt is Tara. She uses Matt's login. So she's really Tara. She has her own login, but she uses Matt's. Oh, so ugly it's pretty. Okay, Nikki. Right? Paper straws in a plastic sleeve and a plastic cup. That makes sense. Oh, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, Christy. Yeah. Paper straws. Tara likes to be incognito. Yes, that's right. She likes to pose as Matt. Matt the builder, right? So, yes, I'm going to do, oh, I've made a mess here. What an utter mess. Anyway, let's talk about the color wheel. So I know a lot of you have, and I'll stop being so silly. So a lot of you have used the color wheel before, right? And so I'm really interested in finding out from you, when do you use your color wheel? Are you faithful to the color wheel, or do you just pull it out when you're thinking about like a new, a new top or a new project or a new blanket, and you want to pick out your colors? Typically what I've done as far as picking out colors is just going to the store and just seeing what kind of works, what kind of feels good. And I've really kind of cheated in that way because I mostly, like let's say at Hobby Lobby, okay, and the I Love This Yarn section, they'll have blues right here, okay? So they'll have all different shades, the navy, the cobalt, the light blue. They'll have even variegateds that can coordinate with them. They'll go into like the teals and the turquoise and all of that, right? And then maybe right next to it they'll have they'll have like something that I'm thinking coordinates, like they'll go into like the purples or whatever, and they'll have like similar colors. So that's kind of how I've been cheating and just kind of like sticking with the one section, But when it comes to doing like complementary colors, I don't know. I've never actually done that. And it's really different. So Tara says she has a screenshot of the color wheel, and you use it once in a while when you're not sure if colors go together. That is really a good idea. The color wheel, it has two sides, and it says the color is described by three characteristics: hue, value, and intensity. So hue, value, and intensity, the hue is the name of the particular color. For example, blue, orange, yellow. The value is the relative lightness or darkness of a color. And then you refer to the grayscale. So the grayscale on this back is like the value, like a value 6, a value 1 would be the darkest, and then all the way up to a value 10 would be the lightest. And then it says intensity is chroma or saturation. It's the purity of a color which determines its relative brightness or dullness. So the purity of the color is the intensity or the saturation. And then they have cool colors and warm colors. So, like the cool colors start at violet and they go around, and half the color wheel is cool colors. So it starts with violet and ends with yellow green. So these are all the cool colors. That's the cool crowd. And then the warm colors start with red violet and go to yellow. So these are all the warm colors. And you know, it makes sense, because if you've ever had one of those color evaluations on, you know, for your skin, and you know whether you're a winter or a summer or an autumn or a spring, you know whether you are you know, warm or cool. I'm a winter, so I know I'm cool. I know that violet and like royal blues and blues, I did not realize that like this green and this green and this would work for me, like the blue green. It makes sense because I'm not normally drawn to like the oranges or the yellows or the reds. So I don't know, do you use you know, the color, like the warm or the cool colors when you're picking out clothes, or do you just tend to gravitate towards certain colors? That's a good question too. So the color wheel, what I was really interested in was, let's say you choose blue, and here's the arrow for blue, and then there is these two sections here. You see this triangle right here? And this section is called split complementary. So you take the blue, and then you have this, which is the yellow orange and the red orange. And those are supposed to be split complementary colors. So what's your take on that? So we have, let's say we have a blue, and then we have the red orange and the yellow orange. What is your take on that? Now your true complementary color would be the opposite. You follow the arrow, so it would be orange and blue. You know, that makes sense because here I am in Florida, and the Florida Gators, their color is orange and blue. It goes really well together. So I never thought of that before, but whoever designed that, you know, the color combination, that uniform for the Florida Gators, they knew what the complementary colors were. And then you are supposed to be able to go within 6 of your original color and still have the complementary. So of course they're the Gators, so green is in there as well, but mostly it's orange and blue. So that's interesting. Anyway, I just want to hear your thoughts on that. You like yellow and blue together? Yellow and blue together. I like that too. And so what they're saying here, like blue, there's a triad. This triangle right here, oh, let me see if I can get that in there. This is called a triad. So it's blue with red and yellow. So you're supposed to be able to use blue, red, and yellow, and it's supposed to coordinate. It's supposed to work. I don't know how I feel about that. How do you feel about that? If you went and needed to do, now see, and the other thing that I would think, what if you had to do like 6 colors? Now see, these are covering up like the yellow, green, and the red, violet because it's on blue. But let's say like my granddaughter, my youngest granddaughter, her favorite color right now is orange. So I'm going to put the arrow on orange. And so help me pick out like what would make 2 colors. What colors would you choose? Christy says, my husband likes red if it's on the right vehicle, and you don't like red. Yeah, I know. I know. It's funny how men, like, they gravitate towards a certain vehicle type and then a certain color. Yeah. So like my granddaughter, she's 2. She likes orange. So she's 2. She's a girl and she likes orange. What colors would you put with that for her to make her happy? So, oh, wait, I don't have it on orange. I have this on orange, but I don't have the arrow on orange. Here we go. Okay, so I have the arrow on orange now. So, you don't get it, Tara? Yeah. Orange, red, and yellow. Okay, so let's see. Orange, red, and yellow. And see, and those all fit within 6. And from what I read, or ask Wiki Alice, ask Home Slice Wiki Alice. So what I read was that, let's see. Okay. Analogous is using colors that are adjacent to each other on the color wheel. Use at least 2, but no more than 5 consecutive colors on the color wheel. For example, yellow, green, green, blue, and blue, violet. So what they're saying is you can use, like, if you were going to do that, you've never used a color wheel, you just use what you like and you go with your gut. See? And I am so in awe of that, because all of the projects that you've done, all of the blankets that you've made, they have always looked so good and so pretty. And the colors that you chose were always so wonderful. Now, I made that one blanket for my granddaughter for her first birthday, and that was a cake, and it had all kinds of colors in it. It was like a rainbow color. It had the greens and the yellows and the blues and the oranges, and it was really, really bright. But that was all put in that cake. I would never have put those colors in one blanket. I never would have. I liked the blanket, but I never would have picked out all of those colors and put that in that blanket. So I guess it's something to be said for using using cakes that have complementary colors or contrasting colors or whatever. I don't know. So there's a triad, which is using 3 colors equally spaced from each other on the wheel. Oh, nice. Orange, violet, and green. So they're equally spaced. So that's what happened with the orange, red, and yellow. So here's orange, and you use, a triad would be using equally spaced. So orange, yellow, and red. And that's what Wendy said. So that's a triad. Go figure. Yeah, smart chickie. And yeah, the cakes you can break down, and color control helps you a ton. Yes, yes. So I'm wondering if I'm ever actually going to use this. I don't know, but I'm excited because yesterday and day before I started organizing my yarn into totes. They're clearish totes. In fact, my thumbnail for today's session, I have a picture of the totes stacked up. That's just a couple of them. And it was not a very good picture, but oh, Wendy, you are so smart. Wendy said she just thought about sunrises. See? How creative is that? You have that creative gene that just thinks about nature. Nature is really great for picking out your colors. I learned that from Mikey too. Don't always hold on to that information, but you know, he did a couple blankets where he based the colorways on, like, one was the beach. I would love to do that. What if we took a photo that we really liked? It could be one that you took or one that somebody else took, and picked out the colors in that photo and put it in a blanket. I made a blanket for my youngest son out of greens, and it was various shades of greens, and then it had some variegated greens in it that complemented all the different colors that I chose. All the different hues, I guess, is what it is. Let's see. Is that a hue? Or is that... Okay, hue, value, name of a particular color. No, it's a value, the relative lightness or darkness of the color. Okay, so it was the value. Anyway, who knew that? So, like, the different values of the greens. Yes, Mikey did put out a spicy video. I really liked it. I liked it. Mikey is top notch. Top notch. I'm a fan. Always have been, always will be. And yeah, if you haven't seen Mikey's spicy video where he calls out somebody for being mean and rude and hurtful to another maker, go find it. Yeah, go find it. And so anyway, yeah, I am too. I didn't see the original post that he was talking about, and I don't need to see it, but I did really greatly appreciate his honesty, his humbleness, his, you know, he's just open and transparent about humble beginnings, and don't look down on anyone else for what situation they're in. I really, really appreciated that a lot. So, you know, I can go to sleep to Mikey's voice. Yes, he was one of the first ones that I found too. Oh, you saw a response to his video? Oh, I didn't see a response. How did that go? That's interesting. Totally interesting. So what I did was I took the totes and I started sorting my yarn, and I may have to break it down a little bit more because the totes that I'm using are not super big. So it was both YouTube and Facebook. If you go to the Crochet Crowd, you can see it there on Facebook. If you go to his YouTube channel, I think you can see it there as well. Not sure about that. I think it was a short, but it might not be. I don't know. Yes. Yes, Mikey, Jada, and Bag a Day. They were my first ones too. Definitely. Definitely. And Krista from The Secret Yarnery. Somebody coming over to me. Nope, just walking behind me. Okay. Good deal. I try not to get caught by mistake. Guess where you're going later? Are you going to... Listen, Joanne is having a sale right now on yarn, and it says up to 60% off of yarn. I did see they had their big twist. He was looking sketchy. I wasn't sure. He's just a normal person, but at first I was wondering. So, and I'm a little paranoid right now about people coming up behind me anymore. So like on the big twist yarn, the big doorbuster sale that we had before was like, what was that, like $3.89? And yeah, my doors are locked. They are, definitely. And now it's like $4.19, $4.16, something in that area. I love that one too. Now I just threw up a Mikey video on our Facebook page where he's talking about yarn. What do we want? Yarn. What do we need? Yarn. We got yarn. And that one, I can just watch that one over and over again. So I threw that up on our Facebook page because I thought, well, you know, let's just do a little yarn dance here and have a little fun. So, forgot what I was saying. Anyway, love having this resource. I'm going to try it out. I don't know how it's going to go, but I think what I'm going to do is like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a photo, pick out the colors, look at the color wheel, find the complementary colors, find the colors that work together, try to follow these rules and see how the blanket comes out, you know? So that's right, I have totes. So I started out with like the orangey looking colors. So it included peach and orange, and then I had the reds, which I was going to put in pinks, but then I have too many pinks, so I had to have a separate box for pinks. I may have to go with a separate box for corals and peaches, and then have the oranges separate. The teal I had to put in a separate box apart from the blues. The blues I have a ton of. I did not have room in the blue box for anything on, you know, anything like in the blue green and the blue. I didn't have anything for these colors in there. So I have a separate box for that. But you know what I'm really, really liking? I have this particular size tote, and it's not overly large, but it's enough to fit a good 15, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then, oh yeah, probably 15 or 16 nice size skeins of yarn. If I have smaller ones, then, you know, I can fit more. But what I'm thinking is that when I do get to the new house, in the new yarnery, in the new crochet therapy studio, I'm going to have wood shelves, and I can put those totes up there and I can see the colors. Not only will it keep the dust out of my yarn, because when I noticed, when I pulled some of the yarn skeins that had been up on my shelves for a while, that had been up there at least a year without being touched, when I pulled them out, the back of them, the skein was dusty. It had some cat hair back there. So even though there was no cats, like the cat hair flies, and then what does it do? It, you know, it gravitates towards something. So I had to like beat that out of it. It's all good. I got the cat hair, got the dust off, but I'm not a fan of that. And there were only like 4 or 5 skeins of yarn that had that on it, but still, I'm not a fan of that. So I think I'm going to stick with the totes when I get to the new house. I'm going to stick to the totes. I'm going to put those up on the shelf and have them in the Roy G. Biv kind of colorway, right? And do it that way so that I can keep track of what colors I have, what colors I have a lot of, because I want to be able to start, color coordinating using the color wheel and not have to run to the store every time I need a color. So I think that that's going to be a good thing. I really do. Now I am breaking down the boxes a little bit more than I thought I would, just simply because I have so much, pink. I have a ton of purple. I guess I gravitate towards pinks and purples. And I always have been a pink fan anyway, and a purple fan. And then for a while there, I was like really into greens. I was pulling greens left and right off the shelf. And so I have a box full of greens. Surprisingly enough, I have a box full of yellow too, and oranges, which included the coral and the, and the peaches. I was into that for a little bit too. Kind of weird, huh? So I may end up, depending on how much yarn I put together. Oh, pink and brown do go good together. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. When I had a cupcake shop, the colors were pink and brown, and it was my little pug dog Daisy was the mascot, and so anyway, I like those colors a lot. I considered going with the blue and brown because those go good together too. You see the gift bags that have the blue and brown polka dots, and they just really do go good together. The warm chocolatey brown, nice color. So anyway, and it's funny because there's no like brown on this wheel, but I think because brown is a neutral, there's no white, there's no black, those are neutrals. They can pretty much go with anything, I think. So anyway, and this is good for artists, if they're painters and they, they're using the violet and they add a little blue, and then this is what they can expect to get, and different things like that. So that's helpful too, and depending on what you add, this is what you can expect to get. So, yeah, a color wheel. Who knew? So this was only $3. It was on sale. I think it was like normally $6, but it was on sale for $3. So I wanted to try it because I want to start color coordinating in a more controlled fashion, not just like, let me try this. Although there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So happy color wheeling. Let me know in the comments if you are watching this later and you use a color wheel. Let me know. I am very curious about color wheel usage. Very curious. All right, so I think I'm going to I'm going to tie this blue to my yellow. I'm going to do a magic knot. And for those of you who have never seen the magic knot, I'm going to make a magic knot right now. But if you need a tutorial, I have a tutorial, and it's not long. It's one that you can watch over and over until you get it. It's also one that you can watch while you're doing your magic knot, a couple times in a row, and it will help you get it down. So if you want to practice, just get some scrap yarn and, get it out and get your scissors ready and just practice following along and making the magic knot until you got it, because this magic knot is really good. It is strong, it's not coming loose, and I noticed that Mikey did a little short showing, oh, I'm so glad you did. I'm so glad you did, Christy. Mikey did a short on his YouTube channel, and it was this kind of knot, but he got to it a slightly different way. And I was really interested in that way. He kind of did it a slightly different way. He got the same result. And he was showing how the yarn companies, how they tie their knots. Now, I have gotten some knots before that from a yarn company that was not very secure. So I don't think everyone uses that kind of a knot. Maybe that's what they're supposed to do, but sometimes they don't. Because I've had some that were not very secure at all. So, and okay, Wendy, that's good. The Russian join. I have never not one time, tried the Russian join. I've watched it and I find it extremely interesting. However, I have never braved the deep waters of the Russian join. I have not. So I just make an A and then flip it over and through. So I kind of made up a little story in my mind while I'm doing this. Oh, Wendy says it's easy peasy. Yeah, I need to try it. I really do. I think it would be a really good thing to know. Because there are times when you don't want even a little knot to show. And now this is a magic knot, but it is a knot, and it does hide well, but it is a knot. And the Russian join is not a knot. It's not a knot. So, okay, I've got my new yarn hooked. So I can happily move forward with this ugly, ugly bag. I put my hook in my ugly bag, which is a good thing, because I probably wouldn't have remembered. And, you know, going back and trying to find the exact video that I used, or that I, you know, made this bag on, how hard would that be? I don't know. So yeah, I've got another bag that I'm doing, and this is a half double crochet. Oh, Wendy, did you tell us about your half double crochet herringbone? That's interesting. I think I know what a herringbone is, but I'm maybe not. Oh, maybe I'm thinking it's a camel stitch. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever done a herringbone. Raise your hand if you've done a herringbone. Let's see. I'm going to try it in a thread as well, so you can put a project. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, because the state fairs and whatnot, they don't like to see knots, and they look for them. Or that's what I've been told anyway. That's what I've been told. I'm going to move you down just a little bit so you can see me crochet, so we can crochet together. So yeah, today I don't really have anything going on except for sitting here crocheting. And I did the half double crochet because I really like the quickness of it, and it's better than a single because it works up a little faster, but it's faster than a double because you don't have to do that back and forth. So here's one knot going in. Wow, I have a lot of cat hair going on in here. So there's one color being added, and you can see. So if you've never made the scrap yarn big bag, go over to the tutorials and check it out. And here's another knot. So I did them at different lengths so that the knots wouldn't pile up together. Yay, you know what? I really like these colors together. Look at these. Look at this. I don't know if you can see this one coming in. Dropped my blue on the floor, so I'll have to grab that. But yeah, I'm liking these colors together. That's nice. It's a slightly less crazy pukey color. I don't even remember having this yarn. This is a really pretty yarn, and it's soft, and it's not that thick. It changes color really fast. I wonder what yarn this was. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Tara raised her hand. Wendy raised her hand. Good morning, Robin. It's good to see you. Tara says it's one of her favorite stitches. The dress that you made was all single and it felt like it took forever. Yes. Yes. Half double crochet is one of your favorite. Yep. Yep. Mine too. It kind of speeds the process along a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to get that ball of blue from the floor so it doesn't just roll in the dirt. Before it comes up here. How long is my handle in my video? How long is my handle? Oh, okay. This is the thing. The handle, when you're crocheting it, I leave it up to you how long to make it. I think mine was about, let's see, I made mine so that it looped over my shoulder, so that I could carry it over my shoulder like this. And I didn't measure it. Yeah, mine was over the shoulder, but in the video, I leave it up to you how long to make your straps. So, and also it's crocheted on. It's not something that you sew on later. So you start crocheting it and then you just go back and forth with the width until you get it the length you want, and then you crochet it onto the other side. And I show you how to measure to the middle and then work your way out so that you have the straps even. You put stitch markers in on both sides so that they match, and then you do the other side and you make it the same length. You count your rows and make both straps the same length, and that way it's fit to you. You know, some of us, the over the shoulder, you know, we need a little more space. Maybe we're a little chunkier, you know, and then other people are less chunky, and I'm just referring to myself as chunky, no one else. And so other people might be less chunky and they need a shorter strap. Even though it's an over the shoulder, they may need a shorter strap than I would. And so you can kind of customize it to yourself or to whatever length you like. The technique is there and the instructions are there, but the length is a very personal choice. So that way, yeah. And I like that strap a lot because you are just crocheting it right on. You're crocheting it and then you crochet it there. Weave in your ends and you're done. There's no like making a strap, figuring out where it goes, sew it on, letting it get all wibble wobbly. You know, you've already got that on there once you're crocheting it. So I like that a lot. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this new color as it's going in. Hopefully it'll make this bag a little less ugly. I doubt it, but maybe it will. It was unfortunate what I started it with because those colors are just not pretty at all. Not pretty at all. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I do need to pick this up off the floor. Now these colors are really pretty. I'm really liking those. Those are some outstanding colorway. All right, gang, I'm gonna let you go. We're a little over the hour. and I usually don't keep you that long. I'm sorry I was a little frazzled this morning and a little kind of wild, but I'm glad that you hung out with me. I'm glad I got to hang out with you, and I always enjoy hanging out with you, and I hope that you have a good weekend. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Stay safe, and just have a good week and have fun. And so I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you on Monday. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking, and much love to everybody. See you on Monday.